Welcome back to Celebrio, the place where the stories get uncomfortable fast. Buckle up, because this one has the industry on edge. A feud nobody saw coming is quietly brewing, and it centers on Jason Lee and Beyoncé. The same Jason Lee who once praised her nonstop is now rumored to be sitting on receipts that could seriously damage her image. About a year ago on Hollywood Unlocked, Jason hinted at a major Beyoncé scandal, then abruptly bleeped himself mid-sentence. That moment alone told viewers he wasn't bluffing. At the time, people assumed divorce rumors. Now the whispers are darker, tied to claims about a hidden son and long-suppressed family secrets, enough to send shockwaves through the BeyHive. And here's what made fans really notice. At the 2023 Rock Nation brunch, Beyoncé appeared to completely ignore Jason Lee, avoiding him in a way that felt deliberate.
Thousands of over $40,000 in tickets and shared the experience with friends. And I've done a lot, and I'm not even going to say it here because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet, would go crazy. I'm going to tell them while Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now. Ooh. And that's where I go back to like, we're friends in the game. We support each other. We help each other out. Can you imagine had I put that on Hollywood Law? Oh, there's one more thing. Beat this, Johnny.
Woo!
So that in itself, I think Beyonce could have gave me a, you know what I mean? Like there should be a little love there.
Cameras caught the tension, and the internet clocked it instantly. Something shifted, and whatever Jason knows, it clearly changed the energy. Online, people immediately started saying Beyoncé was keeping her distance because Jason knows something he shouldn't. One comment summed it up bluntly. He knows, and she knows that he knows. The awkward moment on camera only fueled the speculation. Others pushed back hard, saying Beyoncé wasn't scared at all, just done with Jason's messy online behavior. One fan snapped, "She knows he's problematic and doesn't want anything to do with him. Period." But here's the twist. Jason clearly hasn't let it go. Now whispers say he's preparing to stir things up again, this time targeting Beyoncé's family image.
I'm not angry. I'm a little disappointed because as much as I've loved this woman for years, I told you I don't like her as much as I used to. I still love her, but I'm not as super fan like I used to be. You know how much I was I mean, this woman, this is like, this is everything. And this together is everything. But is
Rumors are already circulating about stories involving public reactions to Blue Ivy and the twins, and how brutal online commentary may be creating real pressure behind the scenes, especially as fans continue dissecting a child's appearance like it's entertainment. And honestly, that part isn't hard to believe. The internet never lets celebrity kids breathe. According to the same gossip item, Blue Ivy has become aware of online comments about her looks, something no child should have to deal with. The claim is that as the spotlight has grown, especially after her recent performances, she's become more conscious of her image, which only highlights the pressure that comes with fame. None of this is confirmed, and there's no proof of anything extreme or harmful, just the usual speculation that follows celebrity families.
Story we have today about Jay-Z and Beyonce is that they are over. The two of them are pretending for their fans, they're pretending for the cameras, they're pretending while they're on tour that they're still a couple.
But here's where things get messier. Some people allege that Jason's supposed dirt goes beyond commentary about Blue, and instead hints at questions fans constantly raise about the twins, like why Rumi appears more publicly, while Sir is kept almost completely private. Again, nothing factual, just the kind of rumors the internet loves to spin and won't let die. Rumi has been popping up more in public, modeling for Beyoncé's brand, appearing in visuals, and even sharing the stage with Blue Ivy, while Sir stays almost completely out of sight. For most families, that would simply be a privacy choice. But the internet never leaves it at that. Fans started asking questions, and the rumor crowd ran with it, turning normal parenting decisions into mystery. Some argue it's just about visibility, fashion, and performance, spaces where the girls naturally appear more. Others drag Jay-Z into it, asking why there aren't public father and son moments with Sir. Moments like the Super Bowl didn't help.
I don't even really know how to explain how I'm going to say what I'm going to say, because I still love her. I'm just not in love with her like I used to be. That's the nicest way I can say it, only because I'm annoyed by how fake she comes off. Her brand, not her. I don't think Beyoncé is fake, just like I don't think Kamala Harris is a bad person, but sometimes your team can make you move in a way that does not translate well. And as I become deeper into both the culture, pop culture, celebrity culture, this and that, and have looked at the whole world, I kind of have a better sense on what's real and authentic and true and what's kind of manufactured.
In 2024, Jay-Z showed up with Blue and Rumi, smiling for cameras, while Sir wasn't there. Even at family appearances, fans noticed Rumi leaving with Jay-Z and Tina, all matching, and once again, speculation went into overdrive. Beyoncé and Blue appeared on stage again, while Sir wasn't photographed, and the internet instantly turned that absence into a storyline. Instead of recognizing a simple privacy choice, people spun it into something dramatic. That's when figures like Azealia Banks jumped in, accusing Beyoncé of hiding her son and turning the moment into a public spectacle. Her post went viral because controversy is her brand, and the internet ran with it.
Black excellence, at least how they present themselves. But there are lots of things that people do say about these people behind the scenes. They do call them dark.
Kanye has also taken shots in the past, including a now-deleted post about the twins that crossed a line and sparked another wave of chaos. None of it revealed anything real about the Carters, only how far people will go for attention. Beyoncé has been open about how complicated the twins' birth was, explaining that one of their hearts stopped during labor, forcing an emergency C-section. Yet even that deeply personal history hasn't stopped outsiders from twisting privacy into rumor. That kind of trauma naturally makes any family more protective, but the rumor world doesn't care about nuance. It cares about noise. And people say Jason Lee is ready to tap into that noise again, stirring debates about the Carters' family choices like it's a mission. Beyoncé never said which twin faced complications, but the internet filled in the blanks anyway.
Z name is getting louder and louder, and people are trying to connect the dots between him and Diddy, because let's not forget, they had a pretty close relationship.
Strangers started diagnosing Sir based on brief clips and assumptions, spinning normal childhood behavior into wild theories. Even Rumi wasn't spared, with rumors about helpers at public events being twisted into something sinister, even though that's common for celebrity kids. That's why the backlash is growing. Not because of real secrets, but because people feel Jason is allegedly fueling chaotic narratives and using children as leverage, and that's where many draw the line.
Nobody knows, but I'll say it, man. Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that.
Just to shake Beyoncé, one commenter said Jason showed his hand and proved she was right to keep her distance. How can you threaten someone with something they supposedly don't even know about? That take hit hard and showed how low the situation feels to many. Others didn't hold back either, calling him dangerous, jealous, and desperate to stay in her orbit. But not everyone wants the drama to stop. Some are openly rooting for him to drop whatever receipts he claims to have, saying they'd be watching the moment he does.
This young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that.
And that's the energy Jason keeps pushing. He's hinting that behind the flawless performances, billion-dollar empire, and polished image, there's another story. One built on control, manipulation, and secrets so deep that exposing them could flip everything people think they know. Jason isn't talking like this is light gossip. The way he frames it, he's hinting at revelations, big enough to shake Beyoncé's entire legacy. Not just spark a headline. But before we go deeper, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this part is where everything really starts. The real shift didn't begin with shady tweets or random rumors. It started when Jason Lee was completely iced out of Beyoncé's exclusive Renaissance movie premiere. He claims he spent over $40,000 on tickets, merch, everything, only to be cut from the guest list. Meanwhile, much smaller creators walked the red carpet while he watched from the outside. That wasn't just a snub, it was a message. Jason went live furious, accusing Beyoncé of ignoring Black media and hinting he had real receipts. From that moment on, his tone changed, sharper, more personal, and way more calculated. He stopped sounding like a hurt fan and started talking like someone holding files. He accused Beyoncé of selling a flawless image while quietly burying anything that threatened it, hinting he'd seen things nobody else had. Suddenly, this wasn't about a snub anymore. It was about power, silence, and an empire built on control. Then he crossed a line. Jason went live claiming he had proof and said he'd stay quiet only if Beyoncé gave him an exclusive interview with Kelly Rowland. That didn't sound like gossip. It sounded like a threat disguised as a deal. Viewers were stunned, and right after that, the rumors escalated again, with whispers that Beyoncé and Jay-Z's marriage was more business than love and had been over for years. He claimed they lived separate lives, only showing up together when cameras or contracts demanded it. Fans started rewatching old interviews, and suddenly those calm smiles felt cold and distant. Once that idea took hold, people couldn't unsee it.
I think people like her publicist, who I love, and I'm just being critical. That's just what I do. You know that, Yvette. We're trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about, then it's gonna be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told you about, then I'll put those out.
The fires that will come of that.
I ain't worried. I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing this industry.
Jay-Z got pulled deeper into the talk, especially with renewed focus on his past ties to Diddy. Insiders began whispering the split wasn't about love at all, but money. A reported $2.6 billion empire neither side wants to jeopardize. And while tabloids chased divorce rumors, Jason kept hinting the real issue was darker. He dropped cryptic clues, suggesting Beyoncé's silence wasn't innocence, but strategy. According to him, she's been quietly restructuring deals and her image to stay untouchable if the industry cracks. And suddenly, old stories from her past resurfaced with Jason's name tied to every one of them. He reminded everyone that Beyoncé didn't just rise naturally, she was carefully shaped. Jason suggested her career was engineered from day one, with every move tightly planned and controlled. He echoed old insider claims of an environment run almost obsessively, then leaned into Jaguar Wright's narrative that Beyoncé lives in a gilded cage, flawless on the outside, but trapped by the machine around her. Jason hinted that her perfect image might be one of Hollywood's most powerful illusions. He pointed to old interviews and timelines that didn't fully line up, whispering about early industry alliances and blurred mentorships that insiders side-eyed. With Beyoncé's camp staying silent, Jason pushed harder, suggesting her rise wasn't the fairy tale fans were sold. He claimed her rise was shaped by hidden deals and quiet power moves, with powerful people steering her path early on. Jason pointed to industry patterns where young women get controlled and molded, suggesting Beyoncé fit that system, even as she stayed silent and polished. According to him, that silence isn't grace, it's strategy, letting her empire stay untouched while others unravel. He didn't name names, but the timing and clues fueled speculation, especially as old rumors resurfaced. From powerful past alliances to conspiracies about family and surrogacy, Jason made it sound like Beyoncé's distance from the chaos might not be as clean as it looks. Jason never confirmed anything, but his hints were enough to send the internet spiraling. Old clips resurfaced, including that long-debunked dress moment fans once twisted into surrogate theories. Once Jason even brushed the topic, timelines exploded. He didn't deny a thing, letting the chaos grow while posting cryptic lines like, "The truth always finds daylight," leaving people wondering if he had receipts or was just playing the game. Either way, it worked. Beyoncé's untouchable image suddenly felt shaky, and then came that Grammys moment. Jay-Z defended her legacy on the mic, but never said her name. Not my wife, not Beyoncé, just this young lady. And fans noticed immediately. The room went quiet. On that Grammy stage, the chemistry people swore by suddenly felt ice cold, and fans caught it instantly. Clips went viral, body language dissected, with comments asking why Beyoncé looked distant, and whether that marriage was more business than love. Jason poured gas on it, pushing theories about contracts, performances, and relationships built for strategy, not connection. Then he teased that even bigger information was coming. That's when the conversation shifted. It wasn't just gossip anymore, it was about the industry itself. Jason framed Beyoncé as both product and prisoner of the machine, too powerful to fail, but trapped by the image she helped build. Some fans felt sympathy, others weren't buying it, but one thing was clear. The myth cracked, and the debate changed forever. Jason's angle is dangerous because he blends real moments with rumors until the line between truth and storytelling disappears. And that's why this saga won't die. People are fascinated by any crack in Beyoncé's perfection. Even the smallest detail turns into a headline. Jason keeps pushing that Beyoncé is quietly preparing for independence, locking in new deals, expanding her hair care line, and building a future beyond the partnership that made her a billionaire. To him, every move is a clue. Solo red carpets, the missing ring, cryptic captions, and her silence about her private life all look like strategy, not coincidence. Whether people believe him or think he's clout chasing, one thing's clear. He struck a nerve. The internet is split. The BeyHive defending hard, others admitting there's too much smoke to ignore. And Jason knows it. He keeps teasing that this is only the beginning, writing, "When your empire is built on illusion, truth becomes the enemy." Fans rushed in asking if he was talking about Beyoncé again, but Jason stayed silent. And somehow that silence said more than any rant ever could. Now the internet is locked in on one massive question. What does Jason Lee actually know? Is he bluffing for attention, or is he sitting on receipts that could shake the throne of one of music's most powerful icons? So far, Beyoncé hasn't said a word. No post, no lyric, no subtle shade, just silence. And that silence is making people lean in even closer. Because when Beyoncé goes quiet, it usually means she's in control. But this time, it feels different. Like something is shifting behind the curtain, like even she can feel the ground moving. Whether Jason is exposing something real or just stirring chaos for clout, one thing is undeniable. He did what almost no one has ever managed to do. He made the world question Beyoncé. The image, the perfection, the legend, all of it suddenly feels less untouchable. Now it's your turn. Whose side are you on? Do you think Jason is holding real receipts, or is he just playing the villain for attention? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this story got you thinking, hit that like button, subscribe to Celeb Reel, and share this video with someone who's been watching this drama unfold. We've got more deep dives coming, and trust me, this one isn't over yet. See you in the next one.